Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? Today we are starting a whole new list here of something I'm very passionate about, and that is tiny creatures in horror movies. If you guys saw one of my DVD hauls a little while back, I finally got my hands on like 12 Puppet Master films, and I just love little creatures. I love little tiny puppets. I love little ones. I love miniatures and stop motion, and I love just the art of that. I feel like we're having some weird lighting right now, but just disregard. Anyways, today we are going to start a new little series, new little list here. I will create a letterbox list if you want to follow along that way. If you enjoy, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Check out all of my links down below if you would like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. Let's just get into the creepy little creatures. There are definitely two pivotal people that I need to really mention when I'm talking about this kind of subgenre, I would say, and that would be Frank Henenlotter and Charles Band. So we're going to talk about Charles Band a little later, but let's start off with the absolute classic Basket Case from 1982, and this one is directed by Frank Henenlotter. I'm a big fan of just the creepy little things he creates. A young man carrying a big basket that contains his deformed twin brother seeks revenge on the doctors who separated them at birth. And if you've seen the movie, if you've seen anything related to this film, I feel like that is the pivotal film to start this list, because Belial is such a creepy, disgusting creature, and he belongs here at the top spot. A lot of these films coincidentally do end up being horror comedies. So let's get into our next film, Bad Milo, from 2013. A man learns his unusual stomach problems are being caused by a demon living in his intestines. And honestly, I feel like horror comedy is the only route to go with something like that. Next is a film that we watched recently, and I honestly would recommend, and this is one of two films that really made me want to start this list, and this is Appendage from 2023. After hitting a breaking point, Hannah's inner thoughts physicalize into a creature that threatens to upend her life, and this film just made me think of Frank Henenlotter so much, and it's funny, but it's also gross and thought-provoking, and I really enjoyed it. So I would recommend seeking out Appendage from last year if you haven't seen it already. Alright, moving on to Charles Band. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I will say it a million times. I am a huge Charles Band fan. I love everything Full Moon Features does, good or bad. And there's so many creepy little creatures that we will end up mentioning in this series that came from Charles Band and Full Moon Creatures, but today we are going to be talking about Hideous from 1997. A collector of biological oddities has just acquired his greatest specimen. A mutant born of toxic sewage, but the creature's rightful owner wants it back. And honestly, there's worse films out there, but I feel like earlier Full Moon, earlier Charles Band, it's where it's at. If you guys heard me talk about a Quadrant in my last video, one of his recent films, I said with love I gave it a 1.5. But I find with all of his older films, I rated them a lot higher. They have a lot, even though the production quality may be bad, they feel like they have a lot of heart behind them. Alright, last here is a film that I feel perhaps you wouldn't expect to be on this list, but I had so much fun with it. And speaking of Frank Henenlotter, there are Henenlotter-esque little creatures in Dix the Musical from 2023. Two self-obsessed businessmen discover their long-lost identical twins and plot the reunion of their divorced parents. The two little creatures are named Backpack and Whisper, and you kind of see them halfway through this film, and I feel like they were the standout for me because they are, like, they feel like very Hen and Lauder, Charles Band, just gross little creatures, and they're so fun to watch, and that's why I had to put this movie on the list. Also, when I said horror comedy, this is not horror, it's just straight up stupid comedy, but Backpack and Whisper are just like disgusting little creatures, and they belong on this list. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed discovering some weird little beasties with me today. Check out the letterbox list link down below. I will see you guys very soon for a special new series. Mark your calendar, September 29th. We will be diving into, I think Siri just picked something up. Never mind. Siri is getting ahead of herself here. We're going to be diving into, she said no problem, I won't. Okay, never mind. I'm going to end here. See you later. Sayonara, Spooky fam.